Good morning, everyone. Nice to see y'all. I keep hearing so much about climate change and how most of it is fraudulent and just used to steal tax dollars. Well, I would like to see something happen to kind of confirm that. I don't know about you, but I like the facts that they spew out to be backed up by something. And right now, there is no climate evidence that can back up anything. The argument goes back and forth. Climate change is happening. No, it's not. Climate change is online. No, it's not. It's changing naturally. No, it's not. So, my advice is suspend all weather modification experiments, weather modification like what's happening in our skies with the spraying. That's cloud seeding. They've also know how to dry out the climate with that spraying. So we don't know what our climate is actually doing. All we know is what our government is doing to the climate. So my suggestion is to suspend all weather modification for 2 years, combine all the data, including the sun, and put it all together to give us an actual picture. Now, over 2 years, we should be able to see, with no spraying of our skies, whether the modification is affecting the climate and making the Earth go into an early ice age that is not natural. Why not prove it? Let's prove it. Stop all the messing around with the weather and the climate. Suspend it all until make sure all that data gets combined, because all we get is carbon this, monoxide this, this molecule, that molecule. It's garbage science. And we all know it. That's why they don't put these models together, to give us a complete picture. Now, are we causing an early ice age? I think we are. Or is it natural? Now, if it's a natural cycle, I think they're enhancing it, making it worse, intentionally. That's why we're seeing floods that aren't 100-year floods, like what happened in North Carolina and Tennessee and Kentucky. Those are 1,000-year floods. Sometimes 10,000 years before we have floods like that. So I suggest, why don't we just stop all the modification, compile all the data from both poles, the atmosphere, the sun, earthquake, everything. Stop it all, compile the data, and give us a real picture of what's happening. I'm tired of this trickle-down science that is deceitful in every means, in every way. Tired of it. Suspend all weather modification experiments. Suspend all weather modification that we see in our skies all too often. Now, I watched them spray in my skies just not even a week ago. And I mean, they're not even hiding it. And they can't tell me, oh, it's just chemtrails from a plane. No. These guys were up there making circles and loop-de-loops while spraying. So don't tell me this is just some jet. No, I don't buy it. I watch jets go over my state often, at least 30, 40 times a week. Not one chemtrail. But look up in the sky when they're putting out those chemtrails and there are streaks. There are areas that they will concentrate the spraying, and you'll see that cloud begin to develop. And I saw it here. We were supposed to have sunny, clear skies for about a week here in Arkansas. Yet, The first dry day we had, we saw them cloud seeding. And within a day or two, our weather projections went to partially cloudy, then cloudy, and now it's going to go into rain. So it seems to me that they are exasperating the storms that are naturally developing. They're just making them worse, and they're doing it on purpose. And nobody's coming to anybody's aid. I don't care what the government says they're doing about it. People in North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, they're not seeing what the government says they're doing. All they're seeing is their land taken through eminent domain. This is a scheme, and it's got to stop. If you live in an area where they are trying to force eminent domain down your throat and using climate as an excuse, get a lawyer, fight back. Come together as a group, get your donations, and get your lawyers on board and fight for your right to exist. So, suspend all weather modification for a minimum of 2 years so that we, the people, can actually see if our weather is doing what they claim or if it's weather production by the government. American Granny out. Love y'all.